champ Classic Empire back on track with Arkansas Derby win. It had been some time since Classic Empire had the opportunity to make a statement on his own behalf. Ever since his seasonal bow went awry and the setbacks in the aftermath piled up in exhausting fashion, there were no shortage of opinions on what might really be troubling the reigning juvenile champion and whether John Oxley's colt should just be ridden off the road to Kentucky Derby presented by Young Brands. From his lost training time to his aborted workouts, there were ample critics weighing in on if Classic Empire could get right in time to have the kind of impact on the first Saturday in May he had over his classmates last fall. Under determined handling from jockey Julian Leparoux in the $1 million, Grade 1 Arkansas Derby, the son of Pioneer off the Nile let his actions do what no amount of explanation from his camp could: silence some of the doubts that had mounted since February with a reminder of why he inspired such chatter to begin with. The colt, regarded as the most talented member of his generation last season, locked himself into a chance to reinforce that belief on May 6 at Churchill Downs when he surged past Conquest of Money and Malagaki in late stretch to capture the Arkansas Derby Saturday at Oaklawn Park, locking himself into the field for the Kentucky Derby. In his first outing since running a dull third in the Grade 2 Lamb South Holy Bull Stakes on February 4 at Gulfstream Park, Classic Empire let his class carry him to arguably the most crucial win in his young career. The bay colt missed training time due to a foot abscess discovered shortly after the Holy Bull and then had a couple of workouts aborted, one on March 3 due to some later diagnosed back issues and another on March 19 for reasons trainer Mark Cass couldn't really pinpoint other than the colt's quirkiness. With the clock ticking on his Kentucky Derby aspirations, Cass tried to revive his protégé's mindset by sending him to Winding Oaks Farm in Ocala, where he was finally able to get 4 timed workouts into the Sentient Jet Breeders' Cup Juvenile. If he wasn't 100% fit, Classic Empire was still good and tame enough to snatch 100 Kentucky Derby qualifying points when he unleashed a determined rally on the far outside, just getting his frame down a half-length in front of runner-up Conquest of Money despite running on the wrong lead. He just has so much ability. I knew if we could get him here that he'd be tough, said Cass, a finalist for the Racing Hall of Fame this season. He's been a challenge, but the last month and a half have been good. I've always believed in him. I knew he had a tremendous amount of ability and I thought he was ready today. I'm proud of him. He's like a teenage child, sometimes you want to strangle them, but he just has so much talent. Classic Empire has always been his own worst enemy. Prior to his defeat in the Holy Bull, his only other loss came when he wheeled out of the starting gate and dropped Ortiz Jr. in the Grade 1 Hopeful Stakes last September. When he's right, he's a professional talent that can handle a variety of race scenarios and still deliver a winning run. He got tested on that front early in the Arkansas Derby as he raided 6th in tight quarters between Rockin' Rudy and Untrapped, while Grandpa's Dream and Conquest of Money traded turns up front through quarter-mile fractions: 22.75 and 46.92. Rebel Stakes winner Malagaki tracked just ahead of the champion as that top pack bunched up, and went at one put in his bid for the lead around the final turn. Leparoux tipped Classic Empire to the far outside and called upon the form that rattled off wins in the Claiborne Breeders' Futurity and Bashford Manor Stakes last year in addition to their Breeders' Cup triumph. We ran into a few issues, and thanks to the genius of Mark Cass, we found the solution, Oxley said. We had Julian aboard, he stayed with us of course. We found a rider named Martin Rivera. I think he was the wild card. The horse respected him. He trained so well with him, and here we are. With Conquest of Money and Malagaki battling and bumping each other in the stretch, Classic Empire roared by in the final strides to cross the finish line in 1:48.93 on a fast track. Conquest of Money held for second with Lookin' at Lee coming on late to finish third by half a length from Sonneteer. Malagaki faded to fifth late as Untrapped came home sixth in the 11-horse field. I would have been satisfied with second, Cass said. That thought went through my head about the 8th hole. I said, he's running well. If he runs 1, 2, 3, that's okay, second or third. But I never gave up. I was still wanting him to win, but the thought did go through my head. Bred by Stephen and Brandy Nicholson, Classic Empire improved his record to 5 wins from 7 starts with $2,120,220 in earnings. Sent off as the 1.90 to 1 betting favorite, he paid $5.80, $4.40, and $3.80 across the board. Now that he is the colt back on track, the real work begins for Cass in getting Classic Empire set for the first leg of the Triple Crown. The trainer said he would ship the bay runner back to his base at Churchill Downs, a track on which his stable standout is unbeaten in 2 career tries. That's home for him. We'll get him back there and come up with a game plan, Cass said. I think the toughest deal is over, getting to this point. Now he won't have to do too much going into the Derby.